check, check. If you text bug spray to 813-696-6676, you could win a free bottle of bug spray. Can you hear me? Text bug spray to 813-696-6676 to win. And we have a really great show for you today. Thank you very much for coming in. Today is our Take Action Tuesday show, and I'd like to ask you a serious question. Can I coach you? The reason why I'm asking you this is because I want you to be prepared for the next 6 to 12 months as we go through the harvesting process, the sprouting process, the packaging process, and the marketing and selling process. And I'm able to teach you every step of the way exactly how to reach your goals. So I wanted to ask you if you're open to being coached. And this is what I asked someone this morning over the phone. Someone called today and they're in Vero Beach. They have trees. They're harvesting their trees in their backyard. They're now drying their leaves inside in a dehydrator. You can also dry it just on a screen rack. Type in screen racks for drying herbs, and you can find out exactly how to dry your herbs. Even if you don't have a lot of space, you can dry them inside. The air conditioning is already dehumidifying, and it just takes about 5 to 7 days for them to dry crispy. But this person was ready because they were at the next level and they were asking if I could help them sell their moringa. They were asking me if I could buy their moringa. And I said, yes. Not only will I buy their moringa, but also the 1,000 of other people that are in my network, that are inside of my private community, my coaching program, they're willing and able to also excited to shop with people that are in our ecosystem. We want to buy from each other. We want to shop from each other. So before I'm even going to get to you, you're going to be able to list your moringa that you have for sale within our community, and you're going to get it sold. He's already starting to put his dried leaves in glass jars, and I love that. That's exactly how I started as well. I started by putting glass jars. Actually, matter of fact, I brought the picture up. I brought the picture up right here. Here's me. Year one. Year one, and I have the glass jars here. I had just created spice. I have the loose leaf. I have a leaf on the table. I have oil packaged up in little drams. I've got a tea box here. I also have some deodorant and some salve that I was making for the skin from the oil. This is my van that I painted. This is me in 2017, 16, 17. And I have little baggies of powder and spice. I even have drumsticks on the table. So when people ask me, what are the top 5 questions that people ask? Here's the top 5 questions. What is moringa? What does it do? What is it good for? How much do I take? And how much is it? Those are the top 5 questions. Number 1, very short and sweet. When someone asks you, make sure you take notes. When someone is asking you at the farmer's market, What is moringa? I simply just say it's a tropical tree. Well, what does it do? It grows really fast, and we make tea out of the leaves. What is it good for? Number three, right? What is it good for? What is it good for? It's good for regulating blood sugar and blood pressure. It's also good for vitamins and minerals and protein. No way. How much should I take? Number four. How much should I take? Well, you want to start in small amounts. Work your way up. I usually started with about a teaspoon or maybe just a cup of tea and start accumulating your vitamins and minerals and proteins in a small daily consumption. Well, great. How much is it? And that fifth question and final question of how much is it is it's buy two, get one free. So you always want to give people a deal. And I like to do buy two, get one free, especially when people come in. This is when I was first getting started. I had 100 capsules in a bottle. I had about 100 grams in a jar. I had about 50 grams of loose leaf in a jar, in a glass jar. So this is where that person that called me today is currently at in their business. He just came up with a name. He is looking to get listed on Google and is possibly looking for a website. And I said, great, because I have a perfect website builder for you. That's right. I am now the curator of a Moringa operating system for your business that also includes a website builder. So not only can you sign up with me through our growmoringa.com website to get your Moringa business membership, but you can also upgrade to Growth OS, which essentially is your website builder, your ability to put your contacts and phone number and email all together in an easy to use platform that helps to also create automations. It also helps you to not only have a website, but also for you to build funnels, right? Funnels are things that bring people in, like a lead magnet is something that brings people in for free. So maybe you have a one pager of your favorite recipe and want to teach people how to make your favorite moringa soup. But in order to download that one pager, you're asking for their email. And with that captured email, you can then market and advertise to them. And they've agreed to accept newsletters from you, essentially. But when they give their email, you give them the free lead magnet. And then that puts them in your system. And that's what Growth OS is a full all-in-one encompassed system that helps you to track leads and to make more sales through the phone. And I was telling this gentleman about this, and he seems very, very interested. And I asked if he'd be willing to be coached by me. And he says, I would love that. So I'm going to help him with marketing and getting his product sold. We're also going to help with his labels and getting him a phone number and a website through Growth OS. You can sign up with me at growmoringa.com, and we have everything tailored to just your moringa business.
I see that.
Today, we're also going to talk a little bit about sales. We'll talk a little bit about products. We'll talk a little bit about marketing, some business moves, and then we'll do a little bit of coaching. So thanks. Thanks everybody for coming in. Let me check to see who's here. Great, we've got a few people in the house. Say hey. Awesome. Cataline is here. Kobe is in the house. Cindy's here, and Danny is also here with us. Thanks a lot, y'all, for coming in. if you text bug spray, you could win a free bottle of bug spray if you're just joining us. If you text 813-696-6676, you could win a free bottle of bug spray. It's a cleanser. It's got moringa oil. It has a little bit of tea tree, so it helps with cleansing the skin. Has a little bit of rose geranium oil, which is actually the essential oil that helps to really keep the bugs off as well. Not to mention the moringa seed oil, but also it has a little bit of eucalyptus and a little bit of lavender as well. And so I regularly spray this on. I actually put a lot of it on my legs at night, say like when I'm going around and cutting the grass or working outside. This really helps to keep the bugs off. And I feel clean. I feel clean when I do that. So thanks. Thanks for coming in. So we just got off the phone with that gentleman in Vero Beach. I mentioned to him that I could help him get on the Moringa map. As well, we have a map that you can get on. And he's already got some dry leaves in a bag that's going to in a jar, and I told him that we could help him with putting it in a bag and help with putting it in a label. And then he's like, well, what do we do then next? And then I said, you just want to harvest some more and then put those in a bag. And then he was like, well, then what else? And I said, there's nothing else. All you have to do every single day for the rest of your life is just put moringa leaves in a bag every day. Just dry them, put them in a bag. Dry them, put them in a bag. By doing that, you constantly are able to stack up, stack up, stack up. It's actually one of the most simple, easy, boring businesses that you'll ever do. Because once you realize that all it is putting leaves in a bag, that's it. We got some people here. Hey, come on in. I'm doing the show right now. You want to hang out here? Hang out here with me.
Hello guys, welcome.
All right. We're doing the show right now. Today's Take Action Tuesday. We're talking about business moves with Moringa. I'm live on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all the big ones. So if at any time you have any questions, you're more than welcome to ask. I was kind of going through a little itinerary here, as we were just talking about the fact that all we do every day is put leaves in a bag. What are we doing today? We're going to put leaves in a bag. What are we going to do tomorrow? We're going to put leaves in a bag. And the next day, we're going to take those leaves, we're going to dry them, and then we're going to put them in a bag. Because when we do that, that system creates millions of dollars. Just a very simple system. It's just when we have communications with people and labeling and messaging as far as a sale or somebody needs a refund, they weren't happy. We have to have a communications platform where we all talk and hang out and make sure the customers are happy. Plus, we do things like this, make content, have a show. These are all ways to help with having a successful Moringa business. And the next part of the show, and we'll just be here for a few more minutes, is actually this new program that I launched. I'm going to bring up Photoshop. There's Photoshop. I'm going to share my screen as well. Let me share my screen here. This is something that I just recently launched. This program here is called the Adopt-a-Moringa Tree Program. This is our farm. We're in the store here, but we have a 2.5 acre property. And there's 3 distinct sections that we have developed already on the farm. The bottom right section is actually known as the intensive section, where we have 12 big trees. Then the middle section is what I consider the hedge, and that's where we have another 12 or 13 trees.
Yeah.
And then in the top half acre, because this is about a full acre right here, the only 1/2 acre is developed. And that brings us to about 140 trees. Big, big trees. Right? In the middle here, we have an intensive row where I have about 5,000 trees. This intensive row is about 5,000 trees. And these are the intensive rows here. But you can see where I have the orchard laid out on this 2.5 acre property to reach about 140 big trees, which could then take me to about 200 big trees. And that's about right. It's about 200 big trees per acre is what people ask. The spacing is about 10 feet apart, but I have it in a double row, staggered. Instead of having one single row and having a tight row, I'd rather have a fat raised bed with a double row like a checkerboard. And then I can have a wide 20-foot gap. Instead of having like a 5-foot gap or a 10-foot gap, I've got 20 feet worth of gap. And that helps me to thicken up the rows a little bit more. So this new program that we're launching is called the Adopt-a-Moringa Tree Program. And this is where you could lease out one of these spaces for $297. You can lease this space out. And I'm going to take a photo of these trees for you. And you could pick and choose exactly what you would like, what tree you'd like. And we're going to be coming out with a little bit more information about this, but essentially we're launching this program now. It's on our website, growmoringa.com. Go to shop and you can adopt one of these spaces here. And with that, with that opportunity, you could lease the space and receive a percentage of the harvest. So think about being able to drink the wine from the winery from those specific grapes. That'd be really nice to know exactly where those grapes come from. What I'm offering is in this package, the buyer to know exactly where the tree is coming from, and they have a picture of their tree. They can name the tree. This is their tree that they're leasing. And if anything happens to the tree, we replace the tree for them so that way they always have product coming in throughout the year. So we'll grow the tree, we'll water it, we'll maintain it, we'll harvest it, and we'll put those leaves in a bag. And we'll give them to you as a percentage of what that whole tree makes. You'll get about 10 to 20% of the entirety of what is harvested from that tree throughout the year. So sometimes of the year it might be a lot more. Sometimes of the year it might be a lot less because it's cold. But we're going to let you guys know through updates of exactly where the tree is. About 4 times a year, I'm going to be sending you images of the tree to update you. We might even have like a live video of the space so that way you can see your trees through like say like a live broadcast. So you can check it out and see when we're working and see when we're hanging out in there and we're farming. But this is the new Adopt-a-Moringa Tree program that we just launched the other day. I'm just kind of coming out with the information now. We'll have more details. We'll come out with more videos about it. But essentially, this is the start of our Adopt-a-Moringa Tree program. For $297 for the whole year, you can come and visit your tree. You can have a sign with your name on it and or also the name of the tree. You can name the tree also. Put her name on it and we'll put a sign on it. So a lot of people ask me, what is marketing? What is sales? Right? This is kind of like a little video. Marketing, the definition of marketing, this is something that we created. Actually, Dee from the members area, she's been a marketer for over 30 years. This is what she says. She says, Marketing is leading someone to water because they're thirsty and they need more. Somebody is out here and eventually they're going to have to drink water. They're thirsty. So you have to lead them to the water. The water's over here. I have water. Whether the water is bug spray or the water is leaves in a bag or a gift box or a tea or my book, whatever it is, marketing essentially is the speakerphone that is bringing people in a massive group. You're speaking to a group of people that's bringing them to your product. And that is marketing. And that's what we help people with. And that could be a website, that could be automations, workflows within your phone number or your email address, or going to the farmer's market. Being able to market your product effectively starts with presentation. I was just telling the gentleman that I was on the phone with, everything goes back to the presentation of having your items look really good. One of the reasons why I choose a simple bag like this is because it makes the green pop, right? If it was on a cardboard paper, it would kind of blend in. But because it's on a white back and it has a small window, you can see the clarity and the quality of the moringa. So marketing is bringing and speaking to people in a massive group. Social media is marketing. Creating content is marketing. What is sales? Sales is actually getting on the phone and processing their card. So actually having the skill to say, oh, this is what you'd like. Well, let me go ahead and complete your order. That's actually having an effective checkout system on your website. That's having a button in your email that says buy here. Marketing is the email. Sales is actually closing the deal with a button or being able to call you back. That's all a part of the marketing and sales strategy that we help people with. We help to build moringa businesses. You might see products here on the shelf and you may be a part of the making process, but the real business is in the systems, in the operations, and the applications that we use behind the scenes to really run the business, like answering questions, like answering 1,000 questions a day. That 1,000 answers that we give in the day may end up resulting in 2 or 3 or 5 sales. So really a major part of the business that I'm finding as I'm developing is being able to communicate effectively at a massive scale with people all over the country, all over the world. People want to buy from us in other countries. Instead of me actually selling it to them in other countries, this business is actually training people in those countries. That way they can sell to them. So instead of actually us selling to the whole world, we have a platform where we coach and we teach and we train people on how to sell to someone in their local area. If I just had 100 customers, 100 customers in this neighborhood, that's all I'd need. Some of them come, some of them go, some of them move, some of them pass away. Some of them no longer use moringa. But effectively, my business would be making $10,000 a month if I consistently had 100 people that shop with me every 30 days, right? Now, because somebody might only shop every 60 days, somebody might only shop every 6 months, somebody might only shop every year, that 100 people means that I need to possibly get about 1,000 solid people that I'm communicating with every day. And that's what I really love to see is the fact that we have a lot of returning customers. A lot of customers know me by name and come in and say, hey, I'm just here to pick up my capsules, or people get on our subscription where people can save even more by getting on a monthly subscription. That's another part of increasing revenue streams that I help to talk to people about, where there's a price for one, and then there's a buy two, get one free price. But then there's also a price where if they sign up to a subscription, they could get it for even cheaper if they get it every month and they sign up to the monthly which we have available too. Like if you go to our website, you can sign up to any of our products with a subscription. So everybody should get to the point where they go to Google and create a name for their business and get their business listed. Find a business, find somewhere that you can certify by getting that piece of mail and get that business listed on Google. That's gonna 10x right away. Another way is to get with me and to get on our map. So we actually have a Google map. I'm gonna go to it right now real quick so that way you guys can see. And I'll share my screen up here. I'll go ahead and pull it up here. Just that way you can see, these are the people that are doing business with me, that call me, that say, hey, I want to do business with you and I need help marketing and advertising. I say, well, are you able to be coached? Can I coach you? Can I train you on something? Are you able to hear and actually follow through with the instruction? Or are you just pretty much deaf ears? Or is it tough to talk to you? So I try to warm people up to working with me by asking them that question. That's actually the title of today's show is, can I coach you? So I'm asking people if they can be coached, then you can get on the map and you can get sales right away. So these are some of the people that work with me. And we have a lot of people in Florida. We're here. We're right here in Plant City. This is us right here. Grow Moringa Farms. But this gentleman called and he's in Vero. He's in Vero Beach. Somewhere over here on the east side. Yeah, right here. We have a member in Vero Beach. And I said to him, I said, would you be able to harvest other trees? Would you be able to help other people that are growing in your area that need help getting those greens dried? And he was like, yeah, I'm about it. Because we need more people, because I've got everybody here calling me and asking me if I can go and harvest their trees. But really what I'm looking for is a team of people that can help me harvest these trees. I've got a guy up in here in Brooksville. He came to visit me. And he's harvesting a lot of these trees here. And he's taking them back to his shop. He's drying them. So he doesn't even have the space for all those trees. He just learned from us that all he needed was actually a room to dry the greens. He can go to those locations, cut those greens back, and then take them back to his place and make money from those greens because he's putting those greens in a bag and he's selling them. Simple as that. This is a $20 bag right here. So there's over $100 just right here on the table. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I'll give the last one for free. You know, if somebody were to get that. So this is something that can help you market right away. If anybody here is interested in getting on the map, somebody calls me and says, hey, do you know somebody in Texas? I say, yeah, I've got a few people that I know in Texas over here. You can call them and I give them the link to this map. Somebody else will say, hey, do you know somebody in Arizona? I say, yeah. I give them the link to this map and I say, call my friends in Arizona. They'll have moringa. Or if they need harvested their trees, because people are calling me, hey, I need help harvesting my trees. My trees are big. And I say, well, call somebody in Arizona and they may be able to come over and grab your trees, grab your greens. Because people are seeing the value. They don't want the greens to go to waste. So that's the moringa map. That's going to help with marketing, and that's going to help me be able to coach you. So before we close, I'm just going to go through real quick, and I'm going to check to see if there's any questions on our YouTube channel. Thanks a lot, everybody, for coming in, checking in with us, seeing how this works. Let's see. What do they say? What are they saying up here? We love moringa. Bert's in the house. Hey, Bert, we're sending your microgreens kit or something. You won last week, so we're sending you one. And then we got Vikas is in the house. Wilma, what's up, Wilma? Salvador, and Jim. Thanks a lot, guys, for coming in. Just a reminder: if you text bug spray to 813-696-6676, you'll have a chance to win a free bug spray. And this has moringa oil, has a little other essential oils in there, and that will help to keep the bugs off in this crazy weather. So real quick before we go, I'm gonna go to questions. I'm gonna share my screen here. Let's see who else is saying hey. All right. Thanks a lot for coming in. Just comment on YouTube and I'll help answer your questions on YouTube. Barbara is saying that they're ready to be part of the group, but they don't know how. And I love that. Now I'm going to say would love to partner with you. I'll say sign up at growmoringa.com or call or text collective. Text the word collective and I'll give you a call back. And we'll get you signed up. Thanks, Barbara. Someone wants to get the free manual. I'm going to send the free Moringa manual to someone. And someone here, Independent Freedom Food, is saying that they're growing 3 different varieties of moringa. Wow. I try to just grow one variety on one property because having 3 all together might mix and mingle. And if you have something over here that likes to produce drumstick, but something over here likes to produce greens, there's different varieties of moringa. And so if you have a high drumstick producing moringa and a high leaf producing moringa, you're pretty much just going to get a bunch of trees that are kind of middle ground that, they're going to end up pollinating each other. So I try to just keep one variety on one property. I'll mention that here. I try to keep one variety to one property so they don't cross. That's pretty much my strategy. Crossbreed in case you have like a PKM1 or a Momax, but also have a Mole. Momax is the drumstick because that's maximum production. Mole is like little pequeño moringa where it's just small and it's greens and it's just the greens. Mole is a song. Mole, mole, mole. I think that's a song. Maybe not. But it's also the small green moringa. The big one is Momax. All right, so I try to keep one per. You're gonna figure it out. They've got a bunch of flowers right now. I dry the flowers and make tea and sell dried flowers. Okay, well, thanks, Independent Freedom Farm. I really hope that your production is the maximum this year and you sell out completely. If you need help selling your moringa, come into my coaching program and I'll train you on being able to increase your revenue. We're going to get you to $10,000 a month from moringa. A dead game boxing in the house saying that they've been watching us for so long, but they've never pulled the trigger. He has land in Louisiana and only needs to start. And I'm saying, yeah, plant 1,000 moringa seeds easily, throw them in a pile and cover with soil. You won't regret it. Right away. Just take 1,000 seeds. We have 1,000 seeds right here, and literally just throw that in a pile, cover it, and walk away. And within 2 to 3 weeks, you'll literally have a bunch of trees. Right now is the best time. You don't want to wait. You want to do it right now. Oh, this person is actually saying, Reginald is asking where to buy seeds. So let me just go to growmoringa.shop. Takes them directly to, there's the seeds. So I'm going to add this link here. See, where do we go here? Here we go. Where do I buy seeds? Right here. Thanks. Right here. Boom, that's it. And let's see. Someone is saying that it looks like a lot more than 2.5 acres. Well, I showed you the map today. That's 2.5 acres. I promise it's 2.5 acres. It's actually 2.25, but don't tell anybody. It's 2.5. All right. And it might look a lot bigger just because at the time that I was filming that video, it was really open. Ha. It's really 2.25. Tricked you. All right. Archie is about to have 50 trees, and he's in Oregon. I might have talked to this guy here, and he's at 1,400 feet elevation. Wow. They're gonna do all right there. I'm gonna say they'll do better in a greenhouse for sure. Keep it warm. Keep them warm overnight. Just to help. And then Faisal is saying that when all of those trees sprout, because I've got 75,000 trees on the property, now what? I sell a lot of them throughout the day. I probably sell maybe about 100 trees a day, maybe 500 trees a week or so, maybe 400 or 500 trees in a week. And all the remaining trees that stay in my field end up just getting bigger, and I just sell them for more money. It's like a bank. So I might be able to, after 30, 60 days, sell the trees for 10 bucks, $5, 10 bucks. But then after 90 days, 180 days, even a year, I can sell them for 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks each. So all it does is it just keeps increasing in value because that's my bank. That's my bank account. I have 75,000 seeds that were less than a penny. And within 60 days, they're $10 each. Within 180 days, they're $20 each. Within a year, I took that fraction of a penny and I snowballed that into 50 bucks. I mean, that's 5,000x. That's a pretty good business model. I just want you guys to know and see the value of that. That's why we grow plants. Mostly the reason why I grow plants is because I realized that everybody growing up that grew plants, they were millionaires. And I said, I think I want to be a millionaire. So I'm going to grow plants too. And that's pretty much what got me into farming and growing plants. I noticed that everybody that grew plants, sold plants, had a plant business, they had land, they had toys, they had machines, they had boats, and they had a good family. They had a big family as well. So that's one of the things that I got into this business because it's a family business and you get to work with the land. So that's why we're here. We're buying land, selling land, flipping farms. So let me just answer Faisal's question and then we'll go for the day. Let's see. He's saying when they sprout, then what? Do they get pulled and repotted? Yes. Pull and ship in the mail, repot, and sell as big trees, harvest the greens. I mean, every time I pot up and I go to a bigger pot or I go from the ground into a pot, I'm harvesting those greens. Those greens become cash because nothing goes to waste. I'm able to put those greens in a bag and sell them. Harvest the greens and sell them. All right. Thanks, Faisal. We'll catch up with you guys another time. Let me know if you have any questions. Put anything in the chat. Text bug spray to 813-696-6676. That's going to get you a chance to win a free bug spray. And I pretty much feel like we took action today. Let me ask you one more question before we go. What are you doing today to earn money from Moringa? How can you go from $0 to $300 a day? Think about how soon you can get to $300 a day. That's financial freedom. And that's what I'm trying to teach everybody here that's with us. Appreciate you guys for coming in. I'll see you all on Thursday around 1 o'clock for our Community Connection podcast. Peace and love.